Sir, how are you?
Amazing, amazing.
A week out from weigh-ins, how you feeling?
I feel good, man. I feel really, really good. I feel sharp, I feel flexible. I'm hydrated right now, everything is good. Everything's going according to plan.
Before we get to the fight, before we get to your big opportunity, for anybody that doesn't know your story, how did you originally get into mixed martial arts?
When I was 6 years old, traditional martial arts, Taekwondo, Jiu-Jitsu, Muay Thai, and it just formed into the culmination that is MMA as I started aging as a young man.
So you always knew you were gonna fight?
Always. It's the only thing on my mind, man. Only thing on my mind. I didn't want to play any team sports. I've never played any team sports except for 1 year of football, and that was my senior year, and I absolutely hated it. Man, I couldn't even tell you how many people are on a field at once. I don't care about that stuff. All I care about is just the intimacy of one-on-one combat sports.
5-0, fighting for a UFC contract. First of all, when did you get that phone call?
I got that phone call maybe, I want to say 4 months ago, and I was just jumping up and down, man. I was so excited, but also I knew it was going to happen. I know if I kept on doing the things that I was doing, if I kept on showing up, if I kept on doing things in the correct ways and being patient, that it was going to happen for me. So I was excited, but it wasn't a surprise.
Did you think it was a surprise you were going to make it to the contender series at just 5-0?
No, I didn't think that was a surprise. I didn't think that was a surprise at all. I think it was according to plan.
Awesome, dude. Awesome. And not only are you fighting for a UFC contract, but you're the main event for the first week of season 8. How does that make you feel, dude?
I don't feel anything with that. I could be the first fight of the night, last fight of the night. It literally does not matter to me. It's the exact same thing. Both guys go in there, in my mind, 0-0, and we're going to treat it like that. There's no bigger pressure or no less pressure when you step in there at a later time or an earlier time. That stuff doesn't really matter.
So the place on the cards, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, literally.
You're fighting a tough guy in West, man. Like, what do you think of the matchup?
I think it's a good matchup. That's all I think about it too. I know his name, I know his frame, I know his reach, I know his height, I know the things that he poses as a skill set. I also know the things that he might be a little bit less than in. So I'm just gonna go capitalize on the things that he exposes and minimize the things that I expose and just take things as they are.
Working this specific game, I guess this training camp, what's been something that you've kind of been working? Bro, you're a fucking freak athlete. Everyone knows it. Everyone sees it. So, you know, do you have your coaches breaking down West and you just kind of come to practice and work everything? Like, how do you do it?
It's a team effort. It's a team effort. Eric Nixick, who's an absolute genius, he does what he does to study. I do what I do to study. We come together, we share ideas, we come up with different game plans, we come up with different things, but we also focus on me as a fighter and as an athlete, because the opponent can change, his motives can change, his game plan can change. So I don't really give a shit about him, but I give a shit about myself, and I give a shit about the things that I'm doing to get better as a fighter, as a man, and as a person, because ultimately that's what I'm trying to do.
We're here at Extreme Couture, one of the biggest and best gyms in the world. How'd you end up here, and why'd you choose it?
It was a while ago when I first came out here, man. And I came out here mainly because of Eric Nixick, because of his genius, because this is literally chess and not checkers as compared to the other gyms or the other places that I've been. He is an absolute genius, man. I came out here mainly for him, and I'm grateful for the teammates that I have out here as well. So it was for him and his genius, and for me to get better as a fighter.
How's it sparring, you know, UFC caliber middleweights every day?
It's beautiful, beautiful. Learning experience every day. You learn new things every single day. But these are good people and good men as well.
You know, and I always like asking, you know, regional fighters that are about to make it to the UFC, you know, like, obviously every gym has at least one UFC fighter, has a lot of killers in the gym, but like a gym that has ranked UFC middleweights, ranked UFC heavyweights, you know what I'm saying, like, does that really up you?
Absolutely, absolutely ups me. When it comes to a technique standpoint, a competition standpoint, and sharing ideas and asking questions from these guys that have already been in the position that I want to be in. But other than that, it's a normal occurrence, man. These are just people, they're just men. Once again, they're good men, and I just enjoy it, man, every single day.
All right, man. August 13th, how do you get your hand raised?
I just get it raised, period. It's going to be a surprise. But just know that, God willing, I'm going to get my hand raised. It's going to be a beautiful experience. I'm going to be grateful for the entire experience, and most importantly, I'm just going to have fun within that present moment, and I will get my hand raised, God willing.
This is a very layup, easy question you're going to get asked a billion times, but what will a UFC contract mean to you?
the next step forward. That's all it'll mean, man. I'm grateful for the opportunity to fight for one. I'm happy. I know I'm going to work for it now and work for it on the night. But it's just a contract, man. It's just a piece of paper, because a lot of people get that piece of paper and then it's okay, I've made it. Everything's done. Or they get there and they think they're going to get it and then they don't get it. So that stuff really doesn't matter to me. It's a contract, it's a piece of paper. I'm going to get that I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it, God willing. But I'm just going to move forward from that.
Awesome, dude. Well, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. If you want to plug your social media, any sponsors, you want to thank anybody, the floor is all yours.
I want to thank LifeMed. It's my people in Maryland. I absolutely love them. I want to thank my father. I want to thank the good Lord. I want to thank God, because there's a lot of people that work hard. There's a lot of people that could be in this position, but I'm chosen to be in this position, and I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. And I just want to, through my actions, inspire someone that same way I've kind of been inspired by other fighters and other people in my life. So it's a beautiful experience. It's a beautiful thing to be in this position, and I'm ready to go, man.